Good evening and a very, very, very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so very much in coming here every time we've held this webinar. It just gives us so much energy to come back, bring you more, and in the process, you wouldn't believe it, but we are learning so much and we are learning every day. So thank you and welcome to another session of Tech Talk Tuesday. In this session, we will discuss about fostering creativity and critical thinking the Microsoft way. We have with us Ms. Kunjan Tomar, who is the HOD of SEN department and mentor for the middle school and senior school at the Ridge Valley School. Thank you, Kunjan, for joining us. And we have Nishu Singh, who is our own consultant and a workshop leader. Me, you know me very well. Yet again, Meenakshi Oberoi, coming to you, bringing to you your Tech Talk Tuesday. And I'm today the coordinator for this call, and my two experts are going to talk us through. Our chat window is open. Today, my eyes glued to the chat window, so please keep talking to us through that chat window. I would greatly appreciate if we can have loads of comments, questions, queries, comments. Let's just flood that chat window today. So with that thought in mind, let's move forward. Well, this session reminds me of this saying which is conveyed from a child's perspective, and I've often quoted in my workshops, that if I cannot learn the way you teach, why don't you try and teach the way I learn? Well, this is so true for our 21st century learners who are born with an ability to imbibe technology naturally. Tools like Tundu is used for demonstration of students' understanding through illustrations and creative writing. Time Toast, which is a digital tool which is a digital timeline telling tool that is extensively used in social studies, sequencing of events and stories, and other subjects. Quizlets, I think all of you use to create quizzes. To begin this session on fostering creativity and critical thinking skills, let's discuss about what these are, why they are so important in today's scenario. Nishu, I would really appreciate if you would shed some light on this.
Yeah, hi Meenakshi, hello everyone. Talking about critical thinking, it is more than a buzz phrase. It is an ultimate goal of all education. In How We Think, John Dewey defines critical thinking as reflective thought rather than a routine thought. It's actually a process of active, persistent, and careful consideration of conclusions, supposed knowledge or information. Now, as teachers, we don't simply pour facts into empty vessels, but we nurture minds to adapt to kind of critical interaction with information. Now, basically, when you are showing, say, a video, a YouTube video, we are not only showing it and children just forget about it. It's just that we are reflecting onto it, and maybe we do that through Padlet or some kind of a tool wherein we can revisit the concept and take the learning further later on, maybe the next day or whenever. And now talking about creativity, creativity has been the driving force for all innovations throughout human history. The goal of fostering creativity and encouraging it to grow within our students is like planting any other seed. It takes time, attention, love, and desire to have something new and unique come into the world. Creative expression is and always has been essential to the student's holistic growth and development. Today, however, creativity is experiencing a renewed vitality in our digital culture that makes it one of the most important things we can teach. In today's scenario, where internet and technology is there, the tools are just a click away, and it is important and necessary for facilitators to teach them the way the students learn. Studies have shown that if the student is motivated and interested, then his or her learning enhances by leaps and bounds.
Thank you, Nisha. That was an excellent thought. But I'm still wondering, how does one teach or create an environment that fosters creativity and creative thinking among students? How can a web tool stimulate learning, imagination, and creativity? We've all been doing it our way. Let's hear it from Gunjan how she's done it, because they've actually conducted a very wonderful and a very successful way they found in an inter-school competition. So let's hear it out from Gunjan. Gunjan, over to you, please.
Uh, Thank you, Manakshi. Hello, everyone. Gunjan this side. Here, I would like to add one thing. One of the most forgotten component of creativity is play. I would suggest that we should allow students to use their imagination, get them out of their seats, and guide them to think out of box. We use similar concept for our annual literacy inter-school event, Bookamore. In this event, there was an event by the name of Twisting the Tales, where we had given 4 stories to the students, and out of which the students had to choose one of the stories and think creatively to change the end of the story. Now, this was the kind of problem that we had, and the solution to these problems were OneNote. OneNote was the solution. All stories given to the children were organized systematically on different pages of OneNote. The students were asked to read the stories. They used the emoticon stickers of OneNote to express their feelings while reading the story. They found this feature really interesting. The use of emoticons also helped the students to understand how they felt while reading different parts of the story. The students who faced difficulty in reading the text were given the substitute of immersive reader. It's a feature in OneNote which reads the text written. Participants were judged for their creativity, vocabulary, and writing skills, but they were given freedom to express their understanding through any digital medium of their choice. The thought of expressing their understanding through digital medium of their choice really excited the participants. They used various web tools and Microsoft tools that they were comfortable using to express their understanding. Some examples are digital comic strip tools like Toondo and Cartoon in classrooms were being used. The students chose the character of their choice and gave the dialogues to the character as per the requirement of the story. This was really interesting. Some students also use Sway and Office Mix too. The most important thing to be noticed here is that the students were given the freedom to demonstrate their understanding through the digital medium of their choice. They thoroughly enjoyed this activity. Same learning experience can be extended to classrooms where students can be given similar learning experiences.
Yeah, Gunjan, taking on from where what you said, I was just thinking about the 3D paint, which can also be used for making the plot of the story. Now, there the students can make the comic strips with change in the facial expressions also.
Yeah.
Here, you can actually see that creativity is leading to learning.
That's so true, Nishu.
And Meenakshi, that reminds me also of the unit on water, wherein we used many tools with students like Padlet to brainstorm the questions that came to their mind. The different videos and sways were made for their learning so that their learning could be made interesting, engaging, as well as it helped them to reflect on their daily lifestyles, as in analyzing the ways to conserve water. To take their learning further, the students conducted a survey on where all the water is being wasted with their friends and relatives using office forms. This survey actually helped them to analyze the data collected, and the graphical representation of the data through MS Excel helped them to understand the usage patterns of water, and they came up with the corrective measures for the same. Now, after doing an extensive research and analysis of this problem, the students demonstrated their own understanding, again, through different mediums, as Gunjan was talking about, Sway, Office Mix, PowerPoint, or maybe Movie Maker, etc. According to the medium that they enjoyed, that they wanted to show their understanding, they were free to use all of that. Now, I feel this is the actual deep learning that happened because they reflected on their learning and they inculcated the corrective measures in their lifestyle to conserve water. Now, let me give you an example for this. One of the students uh, actually made sure that the wastewater from the RO is collected and used for watering the plants, right? And through these digital medias, they were spreading awareness about conserving water in their awareness campaign which they conducted. So they actually went out and did what they understood, and into the world they could introduce what their understanding was, and according to that they planned the awareness campaign, which was followed by a questionnaire in the class designed in the form of a quiz with alternatives to the problem given through Kahoot. So Kahoot was used as the digital medium. So the link for this was embedded in their awareness campaign presentation.
Thank you, Gunjan and Nishu. I think these are awesome examples from the classroom. Especially, I think today's session's been a treat for English or the language teachers. And this project-based learning could go across subjects. To break the monotony, let's take a poll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make available a poll, and I'll request all of you to put your fastest finger to participate in the poll. I think you are now able to see the poll. Whoa, people have already started taking. Excellent. Till you take the poll, let me pick up a point from what Sonia has said, that what about creating story?
Meenakshi, you the poll that we can see is for I think the last to last webinar that we had. By mistake, that has come up.
Just one
Just check.
second. Let me check. Is this better?
Yeah. Yes. Now we got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
excellent. Please take your fastest finger there. Now, can you see the poll? Excellent. I can see that you can see. Let me then read out what Sonia has said, that what about the creating stories using the words which they may get after scanning QR codes, which can be pasted in different locations of this classroom. Well, yes, QR codes are really good. They are very fetching for students and definitely can be used. And there are so many ways in which we can do this. Here are some of the mediums that we keep bringing. That's why I said, please keep the chat window live. I'm sure each one of you has some wonderful ideas to contribute. Therefore, please just keep your ideas rocking out there. What I can see so far from the poll is sway 20%. Ooh, sway is dropped. Office mix at 20%, forms at 10, underutilized, I must say. OneNote at 20%, Paint 3D at 30%. Kahoot, you did not get a vote. Oh my God, I thought Kahoot's going to be the most liked one. Anywho, that's why we take a poll to understand. But let me tell you, if you haven't tried Kahoot in your class, go back, try it today. I'm going to post a link in the window. I think Amit is also here. Amit, I'd request you to do that. But okay, Kahoot you couldn't implement. We'll talk about Kahoot in another session, but let's carry on. It's always good to see such things coming up. Let's get back to our presentation. Okay, so you've actually taken a choice between so many of the tools that we saw. You just took a poll to help us understand. Let's move forward and let's show you something called Lego. Lego for STEM education. It's very important and it's a very critical for creative and critical thinking. We Do 2.0 makes coding a reality for elementary students. Using Lego bricks, easy to use software and engaging STEM projects, teachers have all they need to teach their students simple programming skills. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Awesome. I'm sorry. I think I went away. So I don't know what you heard, but this is an excellent tool. But if you go to MEC and do this course, it's an excellent, excellent tool to use. This unique combination actually of building the Lego bricks and then using an easy to use classroom app to make Video 2.0 comes to life through engaging lesson plans for science, technology, engineering, and math classes. It provides you with everything that you need to teach programming in your classroom. So I'll highly recommend to please go to MEC and look for the Lego course. Try doing that course. I've done that and it's a fabulous place to be because you come to know about so many, many things. Moving on to something that's my favorite, HoloLens. And I'm going to request Nishal
Yes.
to shed some light there.
Can actually enhance our world. It is amazing. One should just try it out. If nothing else, you will come to know you can explore ideas in the real world inside out. I am a biology teacher basically. So just imagine that if I can actually show my students a cell, its organelles, and explore their body systems, wow, now that is the power of technology, and that makes this knowledge live, interesting, and engaging, as the students can go ahead and love to learn rather than being pushed to learn. That is one major achievement of this. I feel everybody should give it a try at least. Yeah, Meenakshi, do you agree?
Absolutely. I think it is a must do. And yes, HoloLens is a device, right? You wear it around the eyes. If you can see it in the picture, that's what it is. This is what it looks like. You can actually create what you can imagine. So it's a wonderful, wonderful project. And we would really want to see our own Indian classroom, our own Indian students taking this tool into their classroom and reimagining the way they see the world. Well, coming back to I think the most important question here, why do we need critical thinking skills? Well, to become genuine researchers, that is intelligent, informed gatherers, interpreters, decision makers, and innovators, students today need to be proficient in the following essential web literacy skills. Many of these skills are traditional. For example, distinguishing sources or understanding plagiarism. But they have taken on a new urgency and a new form with the advent of the web. Today, with the blue whales of the world looking into our face, when we are almost drowning in information, we face serious global crisis and we need discerning citizens. It is even more urgent that we train our students into these habits of critical thinking and not accepting what they are getting on the face of it. Such habits can give them life skills they need to thrive on in our world. Just as students in the past had to learn the system to help them navigate library collections, students today have to learn the basics of web processes and architecture. And this will include key internet terms such as spam, malware, noise, pay per post, and crowdsourcing. Well, yes, all of those terms are super important, super close to us. We hear them all the time. How are search engines find websites? The basics of crawling and indexing, what the 10 blue links are, what sponsored paid links are, and how these work, and the unpaid links. How do these search engines find this information? So yes, we definitely need to look at our students becoming more of critical thinkers than they were yesterday. Here are some of the challenges and solutions in front of you. Information explosion, is happening right now. Global challenges are in front of us and discerning citizens live around us. I always have had a soft corner for the science teachers because I've been a science student for quite long. Therefore, I understand the pain of understanding certain tough concepts. Well, here's a giveaway. This is an excellent tool, a Microsoft small basic tool. It's called collision physics. It demonstrates how objects using real-world physics properties can be changed, and you can tweak these properties as in elasticity or gravity to see the effects. So it's an excellent, excellent tool. Kunjan, would you want to talk about the hour of code?
Yeah, thank you, Meenakshi. Hour of Code is a global movement reaching tens of millions of students in 180 plus countries. Ridge Valley School has been a part of this event during the Computer Science Education Week from past 4 years. It is really, really good. We as a facilitators also got hooked on to this, and our principal, Mrs. Ori, also were so much into it that she also earned a certificate of R of Code. We had created a wall for the facilitators as well as for the students, and as it very the logo, how nicely it expresses what R of Code is. It says everybody should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. Basically, very small steps of command which you need to place them in order to make the make the program work. We in our Rich Valley School, the students from grade 3 to 10, they participated in this and they thoroughly enjoyed this. And I recommend that every school should go for this. This year we have the hour of code on from 4th December to 10th December.
So block
Can you
your
hear me,
dates, people.
Meenakshi?
Hour of Code is just around the corner. Kunjan recommends it. I challenge you. I challenge you to join using Minecraft. Well, Minecraft is something that challenged me and has interested me all the time. Believe you me, any given chance to learn Kodu and Minecraft, and I'm there. So, I would say look forward to learning loads about Minecraft. Minecraft is like if you like Lego, so it's just like Lego blocks, but it's digital Lego blocks, and you put them together to make games. We will soon be coming up with another webinar, so totally dedicated to just Minecraft. So Minecraft is definitely mind blowing. That's a glimpse of the hour of the code, and the session is now for the next 10 minutes open to questions, queries, comments from your side. Chavali, you're not able to use Minecraft. Why would that be? You have to use your Office 365 ID to log in, and you need to go to education.microsoft.com. Education.minecraft, sorry, my mistake, minecraft.com. Try that. If it doesn't work, come back to me. That really looks promising. And yeah, Jitendra, it's really good to know that you've had a very good participation of your students in the hour of code with Minecraft. Oh, you use Minecraft. That's excellent. We would really appreciate if you could share some examples and some good practices here with us. And Code Academy is also fantastic. Definitely, Sonia, it is fantastic. And Ranjana, with the help of students, you are designing surveys in Kodu. Oh, that's excellent. I think Kodu and Minecraft are very versatile. You could design surveys, you could do quizzes, you could do awareness bringing in. There are so many things that you need to do. And of course, our time-tested hot potatoes. Excellent. Sunana, you celebrated the computer week last week. Excellent. So please do share your best practices here. So Minecraft games and design games, excellent Sharda. So please do bring in your practices here. Keep posting because everyone here reads the chat, listens to us, looks at the slides. You can even take away those slides. And this session is more for you, by you, and whatever you. It's just you. So yeah, using MS Forms for research work on social issues and project citizens exercises. Excellent, Shamla. We've always looked forward to examples from you. So yes, code.org is where you need to go. Keep your comments coming in, but I don't want to miss out on something really important. What is the upcoming webinar about? Become a OneNote ninja. Sounds everyday to you? Come back and you'll find out much more that you can know about OneNote. OneNote, I feel, is like for the loss of words, I don't want to call it the black hole, but then I would say the black hole of good things. So that is what OneNote is to us. It is so versatile. You can use it any which way that you want, and the more you use, more ideas you can come up with, and we've got some up our sleeves, so we're definitely excited to share that with you. Our next webinar happens on 19th of September, same time, 4:30 to 5 p.m. Tuesday. And we are here in looking at your window of comments, chats, and if you need to go, I completely and totally understand. Thank you so very much for being here. You can reach us here. You know how to reach us though. Yet once again, this is where you can reach us. Let's start tweeting. Let's put it on the social media. Let's put it on Facebook. Let's see who all were here. 50 participants. Let me see how many of you reach out on the social media. You know our hashtag goes by you keep me going, and you definitely keep me going because you make me come back every Tuesday for this. I would never ever miss this for anything in the world. And believe you me when I say this, these two ladies out here, it was the other way around. Nishu and Gunjan were pulling me into this session and moderating me rather than me moderating them. So thank you so much, Nishu and Gunjan, for all your efforts, and I pardon for being difficult. And I hope you understand why. So yes,
Please,
we've always
Meenakshi,
worked as a
you
team.
were the anchor. You were the one who
kept us going.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi, for
I
all
think it's
your
the energy
support
of
and
this group.
cooperation.
So
Thank you.
kudos to this group. Thank you so very much for coming in. See you next Tuesday. Bye-bye. And have a really, really good week.